So I wanted to come on today and talk to you about birth plans and about the plan that I had when I found out that I was pregnant with Poppy, and about my birthing plans and everything like that. So pretty much from the start of when I found out I was pregnant with Poppy, I had my heart set on having a home birth. I knew exactly what I wanted, probably because when I was pregnant with Georgie, I wanted the same thing, but it didn't go to plan. I wanted a home birth with Georgie, but I ended up having a cesarean section, which isn't a bad thing, it's a good thing, because he had the cord around his neck and he was breech, so that was the best thing that could have happened, and it was such a relaxed like cesarean as well, so it was just amazing. But with Poppy, like I said, I wanted a home birth as soon as I found out I was pregnant, and yeah, had my heart really set on it. I wanted it to be nice and relaxed, to have the kids around if they were up, obviously Lee and my mum, and not kind of be restricted in a hospital, and just able to walk about, you know, just have it relaxed really. And that is pretty much what I got. Obviously I went to see the consultant numerous times, and he wasn't very eager for me to have like a home birth, because obviously I'd had a cesarean just over a year previously with Georgie, and there were certain risks, because he said that because I'd had so many children, then there was risks of like hemorrhaging, and there were risks of my scar rupturing while I was in labour. I did a lot of research and came to the conclusion that the risks were minimal, and I live quite close to the hospital, so it wouldn't take 2 minutes for an ambulance to get here or for me to get there. So I kind of weighed up the odds and thought, you know what, I'm gonna kind of fight to have this home birth. I basically was added to a really fantastic Facebook group, and I was given lots of advice. My sister-in-law, she's a midwife as well, so she kind of advised me on what I should do, and from what I learned, we have a right, and the midwives also have a duty of care towards us. I spoke to the head of the midwives, and she came round to see me, and she spoke to me about the risks. The consultant discharged me, he wasn't very happy, and the plans were made for me to carry on with the plans of me having home birth. The midwives were so supportive of me, they completely supported me 100%. They just wanted me to be aware of the risks, which I was. With regards to when I went into labour, I wanted to be able to pop out in the early stages, you know, take the kids to school, take Simba for a walk, just get on with what I was doing basically. I didn't like the thought of being in a hospital bed waiting to give birth and having procedures done on me, because that's just not what I wanted. If it's not necessary, then I just didn't want it. From the very early stages of me knowing that I was in labour, the midwife was popping in and out. I was getting my cleaning done, I was getting my tidying done, I was getting all the little bits ready for the home birth, and I was doing the things that I wanted. I didn't have any particular plans like set in stone. Obviously I knew I wanted to have Poppy in the front room in front of the fire. It was late November, so it was pretty cold, so I had all the sheets ready, all the dust sheets, all the paper, you know, all the various things that you need. I had my little pack from the midwife dropped off, my home birth pack. Everything was in the room with the nappies and everything ready for when I had Poppy. And when the day came, I was like 7 centimetres dilated. My midwife had tried to burst my waters, but there was nothing there, and I was still coming and going, making the midwife and my mum cups of tea, staying on my feet and keeping active, because I thought that that would help Poppy be born. The one thing that I didn't really want to do while I was in labour was like lay on my back, because I thought that would kind of make it more difficult for me to give birth. I wanted to like have her on my knees, but that didn't happen. I had her on my back just because she needed to come out, and that's just what happened when I was in labour. So the only real plans that I had were to have her at home and just to have a relaxed labour and just chill out. And I'm so glad I did, because it was the most amazing experience ever. And Holly and Emily were looking through the glass, the frosted glass on the living room door. I had her at about 8:05 in the morning, so Lee was in the kitchen with the kids getting them breakfast. My mum was in the room with me, she shouted Lee through, and it was amazing. And you know, I wanted to have Poppy at home as well, because with me having the other children too, childcare for all of them is quite difficult. And I think Georgie stayed out that night, luckily, but the others, they was all at home, and they were all in the room straight away, meeting the baby sister and everything. It was beautiful, it was amazing. But I do think it's really important to have a birth plan, have what you want, be strong and stick to it. Because sometimes I feel when you're in hospital, obviously sometimes you need certain procedures, certain things do need doing if your baby gets stuck and stuff. But I think you need to have it planned, what you want to do, how you want to be in labour. Do you want to be active? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? I know what us mums are like. We need to know what we're doing, and it's just so important to achieve the birth that you want. You know, obviously it doesn't always go to plan. It didn't when I had Holly and Emily. It was just absolutely scary, but it does help to have a plan in place. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I'm sorry that if I've waffled on a little bit. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy watching my videos. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I will see you really soon. Bye.